Alright YouTube, so here's the deal. I like my van, I like it a lot, but sometimes it doesn't run right, and figuring out what's wrong with it when it's parked in the garage isn't as easy, right? So the plus side of having a van like this is the doghouse is right here, right in between the two seats. Let me bring the camera down. Okay, so there's our doghouse. So the plus side is I can just lift the motor up. There's our motor. A little loud, smells a little. So here's the deal. When I'm driving, a lot of times what I do is I pull over to the side and I take a look. So right now it has a little, let me close this so you can hear. It has a little bit of a hesitation. Not sure what's causing it, but it just gets a little shaky when taking off. Okay, I've been messing with it. It doesn't seem to have any vacuum leaks. It might need a carburetor adjustment. One thing that I'm not 100% sure if it's correct is the timing, because I switched over to electric ignition and it wasn't too clear where the timing should be. So what I've ended up doing is I've just tested it on the fly, and I'll show you my setup where I have like 4 wrenches pretty much that are the sizes that I need to adjust whatever I need on the van. So usually I pull aside, I open this up, and this is a 1/2 inch wrench. That's for the bolt for my distributor. I can go in here and tune it if I need to. And after I do so, I put my wrench away, and I'll show you my setup in a minute. Close it up, and then I try it. And really, it's a hit or miss experimental sort of thing. Like, sometimes I tune it and it runs better. Right now I can tell it's going to run worse because it's shaky just at being parked, which is not what I want. So I'm going to go back in there and adjust it. And I'll show you my setup in a minute. I'm going to pause this just so I can kind of concentrate on this. So yeah, right now I forwarded the timing. It's running a little bit higher idle, but it moves pretty quick, pretty smooth. So I'm gonna close it, and that's it. Engine's put away. I have my armrest back. I can do whatever I need to do. So we're gonna take it for a little test drive, and we'll see how it runs. The plus side of doing this is, well, there is. I mean, I should just really put this on a whole bunch of little machines and get it running really smooth, but I kind of like this setup once in a while too. So right now, let's see how it runs. So yeah, it's still a little hesitant, but it does take off smoother than before. So I mean, that's part of driving this thing daily, right? Like, this thing a year ago was sitting in someone's backyard in Georgia. I saw it on Craigslist, really liked it. It was an 8-door. And I didn't really think that going to pick it up was plausible. I kind of talked into it. Then I figured, why not? I like it, and there's no reason why not to do it. So so me, my brother, my dad left on a Friday afternoon after work. Went home, had dinner, took a nap. Woke up maybe 7 o'clock or so. Wait for traffic to die down, and we started driving. We got there on Saturday at like 10 in the morning and looked at it. I mean, at that point, there was no point in really going around it. I mean, it was more or less what I was expecting, nothing too crazy. So I bought it. We drove back. We were back home by like 4 a.m. on Sunday. Took a nap, woke up the next day, went to work on Monday. So, I mean, that's pretty much how the story of this thing came about. Anyway, what I'm getting to is, a year ago, this thing was abandoned pretty much since like 99 or so. Since then I've done a lot of little things to the motor specifically. I rebuilt the head, new distributor, new carburetor, water pump, all the like voltage regulator, alternator, battery, a lot of wiring, like pretty much the battery cables, not too much wiring actually. And you know, just a lot of small things that just make sense to change. I kept driving it, got it better and better, and right now it's at the point where I can drive this. This thing starts up every time I need it to, and it does, but it's still, you know, a work in progress.